I just got back from a trip. I think we should unpack. What's going on, guys? My name's Dan. I love hiking, I love backpacking, I love gear. If you love that stuff too, would you consider subscribing to the channel? Today, we're gonna unpack my backpack. All right, guys, so I'm gonna just go through my backpack here. This is a setup for a winter setup in central Indiana that I went on over this past weekend, and it's a 20-degree setup. We knew that the weather wasn't gonna get below 20 degrees, so I was prepped for that. All I'm gonna do today is just kind of walk through what I carried in my backpack. I'm gonna pull the items out one by one. I'm not gonna go into real depth on each item. I'm just gonna kind of give you an idea of what I brought on my winter trip. This is a video of me unpacking a bag. You know you got problems when you watch somebody unpack their backpack for 10 minutes. I'll unpack as if I was at camp. So the first thing I would do is I would reach back here and I would grab my ground cloth, which is just a piece of Tyvek, and I would lay it out so that I've got a nice, clean, dry place to lay out all my gear. I'm a hammock camper, so once I've found my trees, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my tarp, which is what I keep back here in this back mesh pouch. And I would hang this between two trees, obviously. And then I'll just keep going with the stuff back here. I would normally leave most of this stuff in here, but since I'm gonna show you what I've got as far as contents in my pack, I'll just walk through what I've got in this back mesh pouch. So I keep my outdoor research rain jacket out here. I keep a sit pad out here. This is a sit pad from Dutchware. I keep my poop kit out here. You gotta have the TP for your PP. I keep my water filtration system out here. This is just the Knock Vector and the Sawyer Squeeze gravity feed system, and I've got a coupler on there to attach directly to a water bottle. It makes it a lot easier. And then the last thing I keep in this pouch is just my tent stakes or my tarp stakes, depending on what I'm actually camping with. And then inside here, I've got a tiny little diffuser for my flashlight that I also use to put the stakes inside of so that it doesn't rip through my backpack or the mesh pouch. In the side pockets, I keep this particular trip. I wasn't sure how much water we were gonna have. I literally had maybe an hour to pack because it was kind of a last minute deal, but I brought a 700 milliliter water bottle on this side. I brought a 1 liter bottle on the other side. I still got some of the water from the lake that I was filtering from. And then on the front of the pack, in my water bottle holder, which this isn't even really a water bottle holder. I don't even recommend this as a water bottle holder. I think it's the worst water bottle holder in the world. This is really more for like, if you've got camera or just an extra pocket, you could put stuff here. This one just happens to be a 500 milliliter water bottle. In the side pocket as well, I keep these tarp poles for my tarp. Opens it up nice and big. In my left hip belt pocket, I usually just keep a snack or two for the day. That's about it. In my right hip belt pocket, I keep my wallet, I keep my key fob only in here, and the rest of my keys I leave in my car. And then I also keep a pack hanger. The backpack I use, it's my go-to backpack. It's a Z-Pack Arc Haul. It's a 55 liter pack, big container pack. On the top of my pack on the inside, I keep what I want to access throughout the day, which is, first thing is gonna be my Ghost Whisperer Puffy. For winter trips, I brought this, and then I only brought this as well. I like to layer my winter jackets because I'd rather do that than carry one big, thick winter jacket, and that way I can kind of regulate my temperature a little bit better. Also, for easy access, I keep my ditty bag in there. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I keep some fire starter in there. I keep toothbrush in here, battery, headlamp, charger cables. I also keep a medical kit in here as well. Right next to that, I keep my food bag. This just happens to be a dry bag I got from Walmart. I've had this thing, actually this might have come from Meijer. I've had this thing for years. It's worked okay, but I will be switching out my food bag pretty soon. Inside my food bag is where I keep my cook kit. In here, I've got my canister stove, some fuel, a spoon, a little sponge, and a lighter. Next is my extra clothes. I brought some winter clothes. The only thing that's not in here right now, there was an extra pair of fleece pants that I wore at night just to keep myself a little bit warmer. But I did bring some extra big thick gloves I brought a balaclava. I brought one extra pair of darn tough socks to hike in. And then I also brought a big pair of nice wool socks to sleep in. And that's pretty much all I brought. Next is my War Bonnet Ridge Runner hammock. And then once I get the hammock up, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get that underquilt ready. So I've got my underquilt in there as well. This is the War Bonnet Lynx underquilt. It's a 20-degree underquilt. I keep a pillow. And then I keep my Enlightened Equipment 20-degree Revelation quilt next. And then last but not least, my other pillow. This is my Dutch wear pillow. I love this thing. It's just a blow-up pillow. It's a bag pillow. Weighs almost nothing. One more thing I strapped to the bottom of the bag is just this chair. It's the Helinox Chair Zero. And the reason I strap this to the bottom is because when I stop on hikes or when I stop when I want to take breaks, it's just nice to have this thing ready to go for me. All right, that's it, guys. That's what I bring in my winter backpacking trips that are at about the 20-degree range. If you like this video, would you please hit that like button? Make sure you subscribe for more. I've got tons more content I can't wait to put out for you guys. And we will see you on the next one. My legs are sore. Oh, my legs. Oh.